Welcome back to Frack Daddy Barbecue. On this episode, we are actually celebrating our 6-year anniversary. So, what else says a special anniversary dinner than steak? So, the fine people at Midland Meat Company gave us this meat to cook for this video. So, I want to say a big thank you to Midland Meat Company. We're going to leave their link down in the description, so please go check them out. Now, I'm going to cook this on my grill. Going to do a reverse sear. I'm going to do a basic seasoning of salt and pepper. That's how I love my steak. I'm going to bring it up to an internal temperature of 115, let it rest, and then sear it off, and I'm going to eat that bad boy. So let's get this cook started. Okay, y'all, so now that I got my steak out of its package, we're going to bring it up to room temperature. And like I said in my past videos of when I do steaks, I just love to season it, salt and pepper. I want to taste the beef. So I'm using some Jacobsen sea salt here because it doesn't give it too much of a salty taste. And you do got to realize this is kind of a big cut of steak, so it can take a little bit of salt, but then again, let's not over season it, right, Melissa?
Right.
So let's turn this over. Let's season this other side because you just don't want to have one good tasting side. You want both sides to be tender and flavorful. And you know what? I want Melissa to come in here, and I want y'all to see this right here. Let me flip it back over. So do y'all see this part right here? This is part of your ribeye cap that comes around right here. This is going to be probably your most tender and juiciest. It's going to be like butter just melting in your mouth. Oh my god, I cannot wait. So now I'm going to come on with some coarse black pepper. I like my steak a little peppery. What about you, Melissa? How do you like your steaks?
I love it. Salt and pepper, but I like a little heat on mine.
Oh yeah, we do throw a little bit of cayenne on there. I mean, you really can't taste the cayenne too much, but you know that it's there. So Melissa is having equally, in her opinion, just as good a steak. She is having a, you know, I know this is all about Midland Meat Company, but you know what? I want y'all to see what Melissa is working with. Okay, so just a quick recap. My steak's all seasoned up. This is almost 1.5 pounds Texas Wagyu from Midland Meat Company. Now, if we pan over to the other side of this steak, you're gonna see Melissa's steak. I know some of y'all are gonna be like, what is that? Well, let me tell you what that is. That was probably at one point a 1.5 inch thick cut filet mignon. So she had the butcher over at HEB Central Market cut that beautiful filet mignon in half. Now, I would let her try my Texas Wagyu, but Melissa, please tell them why you don't get to try it.
I don't get to try it because I don't like it raw.
I do not cook it raw, guys. I cook it to a beautiful medium rare to rare. So I cook my steak to an internal temp of 114. I let it rest, and then I give it a hard sear.
And I like mine done.
Like leather.
So that's why I don't get to try the good meat. So I got that. I don't like thick meat. So.
But she likes me.
That is. Oh, and tell them the inside joke with the filet mignon while you're saying it so silly.
Oh, because we went to Perry's Steakhouse a few years ago for Valentine's Day when I got back from working down in Odessa, and Melissa told the guy, I want a filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Oh,
filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Yeah.
And the waiter was just like, no ma'am. it says filet mignon.
Yeah.
So, like,
I've never heard it like that, so we just jokingly say it
yeah.
like that.
So how do y'all say it? I'd love to know. Mignon or mignon. So, all right, I got my coals lit up outside. So we'll take you outside when it's ready to cook. Guys, here's the old trusty Weber grill. Let's get her all cleaned up. Okay guys, so I got my grill nice and hot. So I'm gonna take this beautiful ribeye. I got my coals banked up to that side. I'm gonna put this right here. Oh baby, listen to that. I'm gonna take Melissa's little
nugget of goodness.
fillet. Now, Frack Daddy Barbecue, just to ensure that I personally do not overcook this steak, I'm using my Thermodot, and I've got it set to an internal temperature of 115 degrees. Once it reaches that temp, I'll pull it, let it rest, sear it off, but I'll flip it about halfway, about 70 degrees. That way it cooks evenly. So, let's put the lid on, let's cook this bad boy, and then we get to eat. Okay, so the meat is right now at 75 degrees. It's about my halfway point. So, what I'm gonna do is I am just going to flip that like that so we can get some beautiful color. I'll move Melissa's a little bit closer because she likes hers more done. So once we hit 115, we'll bring you back, we'll let it rest, and then we sear. Okay, so my steak is at 114. So let's pull this steak off, set that down there. We're going to continue to let Melissa's cook.
Yes, please.
Pull that off, and then we're gonna take this inside, let it rest. We're gonna let the coals get as hot as we can, and then we're gonna sear it off. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's sear this bad boy off. Oh man, listen to that sizzle. I'm probably gonna let it sear off about a minute each side, and then flip it, take it inside, let it finish resting for like 5 minutes, and then we will eat it. Okay, let's flip it. Oh my gosh, look at that caramelization of that fat. Oh my gosh.
That does look pretty darn good.
Midland Meat Company, I thank you again so much for this wonderful steak. Oh, okay, so let's pick her up. I'm gonna stick her on its side to kind of, I want to sear up some of this beautiful fat.
Ooh. There's definitely some heat coming off of that fire.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Dinner and a show.
Wow. That is done. I would have held it there longer, guys, but that, like Melissa said, that fire was really hot. Now that the steak is resting, I want to ask you guys, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when Frack Daddy Barbecue puts out awesome videos. Okay, so the steak has been resting a long 5 minutes. It seemed like an eternity. Let's cut this steak open and see how it looks. Oh man, this thing cuts like butter. Melissa, can you get a close-up on this by chance?
Yep, I'm zooming in.
Look at that. It's beautifully cooked steak, guys.
Wow.
Oh.
Are you ready to try it?
I've been ready, babe.
Give her a taste.
Alrighty. Alright. do not know how to describe something like this. It's buttery. It's beyond any beef that I've had before. This is so dang good. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Midland Meat Company. Okay, so I'm gonna get to finishing this steak. I want you guys to go by and check out the link below in the description for Midland Meat Company, because we did a video for them, which will be down in the description box. So, we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.